I'm going to show you how to really start your own business from scratch and succeed. Now, many people say, hey, start a business from scratch, but the truth is 50% of businesses are started, fail within the first 5 years. And a lot of business owners are barely making the average US income. I want you to be different. Let's jump into how you're going to do this. My name is Achumboro Ataande. I'm a full-time entrepreneur, angel investor, and adjunct professor. This is business and life advice with Ataande Advisors. Let's get started. In order to start your own business from scratch and succeed, the first thing you have to do is to validate your idea, right? And one of the best things to do to validate your idea is find out, is there a substantial market demand for the thing you're trying to sell, right? Whether it's a product or service, is there substantial market demand? There's several resources. Seeing how much is spent on that type of problem, right? You can use different websites. I would highly suggest going to your local library and contacting a research librarian to help walk you through how to get that research and figure out want something in high demand so it's easier for you to sell to get off the ground foot, right? What do I mean by high demand? High demand doesn't mean millions of people are buying it. High demand means that there is double, triple, or more of the people of the money that wants to flow in to buy something, and there's capacity of people to sell that thing, right? Whether it's a product or service. That's what I mean by high demand. So even if there's only 100 buyers, but these people can only fulfill really 10% of that, then I count that as a high demand product or service. This is what's really going to help you build a profitable business. Then you can go, after you have money, after you build those skills, you can go and build what you want, really love to build, right? What you really want to create. Let's first get you focused on helping you scale up, get that capital, and then you can go on and take risk because now you have capital, now you have resource, etc. Now let's jump into the second part of that. All right, so you have to validate your ability to sell it. So go out and try to sell that thing. What are feedback from paying clients or potential paying clients? So whether they are willing to buy your service or product or what they want you to change before they'll buy your service or product. So that's what you really want to go. You want to validate that you or your team can sell this. As you're doing this, you want to focus in on what's making what you're selling unique and special to the customer, right? So that's how are you going to stand out in the market? How are you going to continue to drive demand? How are you going to compete? Next, I want you to create a simple business plan, not a 30-page document, maybe a 5-page document, maybe a 3-page document where you're going through the business model. Who are your customers? How are you going to create the product or service? How are you going to continue to deliver it? What are your expenses, right? How are you financing it? What's the profit margin, etc. So go through this so you really understand the business model and you're going to iterate, right? It's highly unlikely that your financial projections will be correct, but you need to go through this exercise of planning and developing to make sure you're breaking even or hopefully making more money, making profit, right? To see whether this makes sense as a business for you to go into. Remember, your business plan is your roadmap. Keep it clear and concise. So when we're talking about validating, right? So how do your competitors typically get sales? And going and approaching those clients, one thing to think about if you're in a high demand industry, right? If you're selling something in high demand, think about subcontracting, right? Sometimes customers won't trust you enough, but other people, they have the trust and they have the. So go and reach out to one of the big players or one of the medium players and say, hey, I also sell this service. Can I subcontract under you to provide this to your customers? And that could be a great way for you to get in and get some cash flow and learn more how to distribute, build up your resources, etc. When you're doing this, you really want to make sure the person you're subcontracting under has a great reputation and also that they're going to be honest and forthright in terms of the business. You want to make sure that they will pay you, right? Because to do this and then somebody says you don't want to go through. So make sure you have your legal documents set up. Make sure you've done some background research to see, does this person pay their subcontractors, right? And set up your terms that you can handle. So if you know there's 30 days, 60 day, 90-day payment terms, you may want to figure out what works best for you, right? What you can handle, what you can accept, and what is the industry norm. As you're doing that, don't just rely on one person. Continue to build your brand. Go and shop that around. If you can, say, hey, I'm working with this person. I was able to move this many units. You can trust me because I've done this and I've worked with this person. Try to see if you can do that with other primes. That means people who have direct large contracts. Try to see if you can do this with other larger companies and just continue leveraging, or try to go direct to the client as well and say, hey, we've been doing this. We've moved this many units. We've helped this many people. We can do this with you as well, right? And learn that. Now, when you do that, you're going to have to set up a different interface sometimes if you're client facing, right? So knowing that may come with more expenses. It may also come with more profit because maybe now you sell at a higher price than you were selling when you're distributing through a prime, right? Or when you're distributing it through somebody else's company. Make sure you have your legal structure set up. So LLC, corporation, don't be a sole proprietor, right? Do Do not be a sole proprietor. Partnerships also are very tricky. This is not legal advice. I know I'm an attorney, but I'm not going to give you legal advice here. Make sure you go talk with a corporate attorney, right, a business attorney that can help you in formation. There are also some nonprofits that can help walk you through this. Do not go to a tax preparer. Tax preparers know some of the tax implications, but they do not know all of the legal implications, and sometimes they think they do. So that can be dangerous for you. Don't go to a tax preparer to do this. Find an attorney, find a nonprofit. For those of you who need help, you can also possibly look at some law schools, right? They have clinics where you can go, you can reach out and say, hey, I need help creating my LLC, creating my C Corp. They can walk you through what's the pros, the cons of that, and that could save you some money while you're starting up and also help you develop relationships as well. The last thing I'm going to say to really succeed in here, after you have the business model right, after you started sailing, is you have to balance marketing and operations, right? So marketing is what's getting you your sales, right? So you need to continue getting sales. You need to continue building revenue. You need to get more clients in when you have a profitable business model. You want to get more of that flowing. You also want to make sure you're optimizing and building out your operations. Operations is essentially how you fulfill that promise. You do the thing or you give the thing you promise the customer, right? So that's operations. And you want to make sure both of those are working really well. So you're going to try to find the formula, and the formula changes from stage to stage. What works best for you and what will help the company to continue growing at a rate you can keep up with. Right. That's all for today. My name's Achumboro Ataande. This is Business and Life Advice with Ataande Advisors. What tip did you find most helpful? Leave that in the comments. I'll get back to as many of you as I can. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless. Have a great day.